Assalamu alaikum and welcome to 168 Hours, your weekly roundup of the top local stories. I am Abdullah Ahil, your host for the evening. The Maldives Hajj Corporation has announced that visa arrangements as well as all necessary arrangements from Saudi Arabian side for this year's Hajj pilgrims from the Maldives have been completed. The corporation is now conducting training and information sessions and distributing Hajj kits to the pilgrims ahead of their departure. Speaking to PSM News, Hajj Corporation's Deputy Managing Director Al-Ustaz Ali Sharif said training programs are already being conducted twice a week for the pilgrims. He said the distribution of luggage to the pilgrims has already commenced, with each receiving a kit containing ihram, essential items needed for worship as well as information booklets. Ali Sharif said that besides the arrangements to be made in Mecca and Medina before the departure of the 1,000 Maldivian pilgrims, the arrangements for the Masha'ir, the sacred sites of Mina, Arafat and Muzdalifah, where rituals of the Hajj pilgrimage are performed, are also nearing completion. According to Ali Sharif, the first group of pilgrims is scheduled to depart to Mecca in 26th of May. Prior to that, an advance team will leave for Mecca in the 16th of May to make the final arrangements and welcome the pilgrims. Ali Sharif explained that this year's Hajj flights will be operated over 4 days with services provided by Saudi Airlines as well as the national flag carrier Maldivian. Addressing the challenges faced by pilgrims each year, Ali Sharif said the corporation has undertaken several measures to alleviate the difficulties. Ali Sharif said unlike previous years, pilgrims will return to the Maldives from Medina Airport after completing the Hajj rituals and their visit to Medina, avoiding the 6-hour journey from Medina to Jeddah Airport. According to him, arrangements have also been made for both local doctors traveling from the Maldives as well as doctors at Meccan hospitals to provide immediate assistance to pilgrims. In addition, a health clinic will also be established at the hotel where the pilgrims will be staying to provide emergency medical care. President Dr. Mohamed Muiz has announced a significant advancement in relations between the Maldives and Malaysia following a high-level bilateral discussions during his official visit to Malaysia. The consultations, which spanned a range of strategic sectors, underscored the enduring partnership between the two nations and laid the groundwork for enhanced collaboration. The announcement came during a joint press statement issued by President Dr. Muiz and Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, where both leaders reflected on the 57-year diplomatic relationship between their countries. President Dr. Muiz expressed his gratitude for the warm reception extended to him in Malaysia and acknowledged the nation's substantial contributions to the Maldives over the decades. Highlighting the depth of this partnership, the president noted Malaysia's pivotal role in the development of Maldivian civil servants through the Malaysian Technical Cooperation Program. He said over 600 scholarships have been awarded to Maldivians for higher education in Malaysia. The discussions culminated in the signing of agreements across key sectors including health, tourism, sports, financial services, and diplomatic training. The president underscored the tangible benefits these arrangements would bring to the Maldives, describing them as a testament to the mutual advantages of strengthened collaboration.
Over the decades, our partnership has matured into one characterized by high-level cooperation and people-to-people exchanges. I would like to thank the Prime Minister, the government and people of Malaysia for the generous assistance and cooperation extended to the Maldives over the years, especially in developing our human resource capacity.
Expanding on the scope of cooperation, the president outlined aspirations to deepen ties in critical areas such as defense, information technology, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. Economic cooperation emerged as a central theme, with President Dr. Muiz detailing plans to provide Malaysian investors with comprehensive information on opportunities within the Maldives. He pointed to prospects in the Special Economic Zone or SEZ, as well as the nation's digital and maritime economies and financial services. President Dr. Muiz expressed his appreciation to Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim for accepting an invitation to participate in the Maldivian Investment Forum. As the discussions drew to a close, President Dr. Muiz turned his attention to climate change resilience and environmental goals, underscoring their importance to both nations. He extended a formal invitation to Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim to visit the Maldives.
Our discussions paved the way for future collaboration in several promising areas. I also express our keen interest in expediting and concluding MOUs in the field of defense and other important areas. Malaysia's advancement and leadership in the halal industry and digital economy are truly commendable. I deeply appreciate the Prime Minister's willingness to share Malaysia's expertise with us.
President Dr. Muiz's official visit to Malaysia is scheduled to conclude on the 30th of April. On Malaysian businesses to seize new opportunities in the Maldives, highlighting a vision for a stronger, more inclusive and future-ready nation.
In a keynote address at the Maldives Malaysia Business Forum 2025, President Dr. Muiz extended a strong invitation to Malaysian businesses, positioning the Maldives as a dynamic and strategic partner in its journey towards becoming a fully developed nation by 2040, marking 75 years of independence. He stressed that this transformation could not be achieved alone, highlighting the need for partnerships that complement each nation's strengths. The President showcased the Maldives' revitalized Special Economic Zone SEZs, offering attractive incentives for forward-looking investors. He assured potential partners that the Maldives is committed to building strong, trusted and mutually beneficial relationships. He stressed that the Maldives is serious about welcoming the world's best partners and doing so on solid, trusted ground. Highlighting the strategic advantages of the Maldives, the President pointed to its prime location along key shipping routes, making it an ideal hub for maritime and logistics investments. He also emphasized the ongoing strength of Maldives' world-renowned tourism sector, noting the substantial opportunities for investment in hospitality and ecotourism. The Maldives-Malaysia Business Forum is a significant step in deepening economic ties between the two countries, with President Dr. Mohamed Muiz's address setting a hopeful and ambitious tone for future collaborations.
The Minister of Economic Development and Trade, Mohammed Saeed, has said the growth of the private sector remains vital to the Maldives, realizing its vision to be a developed nation by the year 2040.
Speaking during the opening ceremony of Maldives Malaysia Business Forum 2025 as part of President Dr. Mohamed Muiz's ongoing visit to Malaysia, Minister Said said the hosting of the forum is testament to the ever-expanding trade and investment relations between the two countries. He added that this forum would offer a pathway for private businesses to seek out investment and trade opportunities in the two countries. The minister also pointed out that Maldives is currently in a good position in terms of development and progress, adding that the incumbent government was working under a special roadmap to realize President Dr. Muiz's vision to transform the Maldives into a developed nation by the year 2040. He insisted that the growth and progress of the private sector remains critical to realizing that vision. Minister Said also alluded to the recently passed foreign investment law, which he said will provide the required legal protection to foreign investors while allowing them to do business transparently and contribute to the growth of Maldives' economy. Speaking during the ceremony, Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry of Malaysia, Tengku Zafrul Aziz, noted the multitude of opportunities that the forum will open up for business community of both countries. Minister Tengku said, trade between Maldives and Malaysia has increased by 4% in 2024 compared to the previous year, adding that this forum will pave way for enhanced trade exchanges.
The Minister of Fisheries and Ocean Resources, Ahmad Shiam, said financial access to fishermen through Bank of Maldives BML has enabled the long overdue state recognition of local fishermen.
BML has entered into a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with the Ministry to facilitate easy access to finance for fishermen. The agreement was formally signed by Minister Shiam and BML CEO and Managing Director Mohammed Sharif during a ceremony on Monday. The incumbent government has initiated several initiatives to address the concerns of local fishermen. The National Fishermen's Registry was established to promote financial inclusion and empowerment of local fishermen. The new collaboration with BML will enable fishermen registered on the National Fishermen's Registry to access a variety of credit facilities, including personal financing, credit cards, home loans, based on their income. Under the new agreement, eligible fishermen can access personal financing without collateral or equity requirements. For the first time, the repayment schedules will be structured considering seasonal variations in fishing income. Speaking after signing the MOU, Minister Shyam said, "Before today, fishermen were ineligible for most financial products offered by financial institutions as their income lacks official verification. But now, they have delivered long overdue state recognition to fishermen. This administration, since taking over, has initiated significant efforts to enhance and diversify the country's fisheries industry. The government has pledged to alleviate the issues faced by local fishermen within the next 3 years."
President Dr. Mohammad Muiz has announced that next year's budget will prioritize consular services and other support for Maldivians residing abroad. The president made the announcement while meeting Maldivians residing in Malaysia during his ongoing visit to the official country.
In his remarks, the president said his visit to Malaysia would benefit both Malaysia and the Maldives, and particularly Maldivian citizens. He stated that he prioritized meeting with Maldivian communities abroad during his visits overseas, as he wished to hear their concerns and work towards resolving their difficulties. The president further noted that Malaysia is home to the largest number of Maldivians outside the Maldives. He acknowledged the need for Maldivian embassy in Malaysia to expand its services for the Maldivian community. The president further reiterated that the 2026 budget would prioritize the development of consular services and other support needed by Maldivian citizens living abroad. The president highlighted that the issuance of Maldivian identity cards and passport services had been launched earlier that day, and also noted the importance of establishing Maldivian Students' Association in Malaysia. President Muiz said that every year the state budget will deposit $3,000 to Maldivian Students Association in support of Maldivian students. Earlier this year, the president made a similar pledge when he visited United Kingdom, promising to deposit funds to the newly formed Maldivian Student Association in the United Kingdom. The president said there will always be an opportunity for Maldivians living abroad to submit their concerns and proposals to him. The people can also submit their grievances through the embassy, he said. President Muiz noted that it is his responsibility to serve all Maldivians equally, regardless of where they live. The president also advised Maldivians abroad to remember their origins and identity and remain true to it. Reminding the people that they are Muslims, he said there are times when religious matters are abandoned as a result of the society in which they live. The president advised those living abroad to pay diligent attention to prayer and said there is no victory in any religion other than Islam, and all successes lies within Islam. Advising students, the president said that seeking education is for oneself, one's parents and the nation. Noting that Malaysia is now the country with the largest Maldivian population abroad, the president stressed that unity and friendship should be maintained among all Maldivians.
More than 100,000 tourists have visited the Maldives in 18 days, marking a 7.6% increase over the same period last year. According to the Ministry of Tourism and Environment, the number of tourists visiting the Maldives continues to rise steadily. Currently, on average, more than 6,000 tourists visit the Maldives daily. Tourism Ministry statistics indicate that a total of 812,770 tourists have visited the Maldives so far this year, a 7.6% increase over the same period last year. The largest number of tourists visited the Maldives so far this year was from China, with more than 88,000 tourist arrivals. The current top 5 source markets are China with 88,615 tourists, the United Kingdom with 86,181 tourists, Russia 83,659 tourists, Italy 75,499 tourists, and Germany 62,663 tourists. Of the total arrivals this year, more than 500 tourists chose to stay in resorts, while over 200,000 stayed in guest houses. Additionally, according to the Tourism Ministry, more than 24,000 tourists stayed in hotels. Last year, the Maldives hosted over 2 million tourists. The government has set a target of attracting 2.3 million tourists by the end of this year. To achieve this goal, the government is working hard to promote Maldivian tourism on multiple platforms. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz has called for the revival of the Muslim world's scientific heritage, paying tribute to the past achievements while inspiring a shared vision for the future. He made the remarks during a keynote address delivered at the International Islamic University of Malaysia, or IIUM. Titled Intellectual Renaissance, Unveiling the Scientific and Modern Development of Islamic Civilization, his address called for the revival of the Muslim world's scientific heritage, paying tribute to past achievements while inspiring a shared vision for the future. Reflecting on the Islamic Golden Age spanning the 8th to the 14th centuries, President Dr. Muiz recalled an era when Islamic civilization was at the forefront of global knowledge and innovation. He emphasized that the pursuit of knowledge was once seen as a sacred duty, supported by a thriving network of mosques, libraries, hospitals, and universities. To spark a modern intellectual renaissance, he outlined strategies to engage and empower the youth. These included investing in world-class universities, research institutions, and digital platforms. He also challenged the misconception that science and faith are in conflict, asserting their harmony as a foundation for progress. President Dr. Muiz stressed the importance of fostering collaboration among Muslim nations through the creation of cross-border research hubs, innovation incubators, and shared platforms. He called on the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, or OIC, to play a proactive role in global policy dialogue on science, sustainability, and ethics. In his remarks, he also addressed the suffering of the Ummah, condemning Israel's aggression and expressing solidarity with those affected. He reaffirmed Islam's enduring message of peace, compassion, knowledge, and justice, envisioning a future in which every Muslim child can learn, thrive, and lead. Highlighting the potential for groundbreaking discoveries in medicine, clean energy, and quantum computing, President Dr. Muiz emphasized that ambition and resolve are essential to honoring the legacy of Islamic civilization. President Dr. Muiz's call for an intellectual renaissance stands as a timely and powerful appeal for unity, knowledge, and moral leadership in navigating the challenges of the modern world. He extended heartfelt thanks to the university's leadership, faculty, and students for their warm welcome, noting that the honorary degree symbolized a collective commitment to progress within the Islamic world. The event was attended by Her Royal Highness the Tengku Ampuan of Pahang, Tunku Aziza Amina Maimuna Iskandaria, as well as university officials and distinguished educational leaders from across Malaysia. SME Development Finance Corporation, or SDFC, has announced that existing businesses that have been continuously in operation for more than 6 months will be eligible for its VFARI EHI loan. The VFARI EHI loan product is designed to provide financial assistance to micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs, in fulfilling their long-term business requirements. SDFC said the opportunity is open for existing businesses with a minimum of 6 months in operation, down from the previous requirement of 1 year. According to SDFC, the requirement has been relaxed to offer the opportunity to as many small businesses as possible. The loan can be utilized to purchase goods and meet operational requirements. Applications can be made on the SDFC website with a maximum loan amount of $97,276 available for interested businesses. However, loans exceeding $45,395 will require collateral. The loan will be offered with an interest rate of 9.5% per annum, with a maximum grace period of 6 months and a repayment period of up to 5 years. Established in 2019, SDFC is a specialized financing institution focused on providing financial support to MSMEs in the Maldives. Owned by the government along with Male City Council, Fuvahmulah City Council, and Addo City Council, STFC enables MSMEs to obtain financing to support their businesses while leading to healthy competition between financial institutions. The Maldives commences its participation in the 49th session of the Universal Periodic Review UPR Working Group, which opened on the 28th of April at the Palais des Nations, Geneva, Switzerland. The two-week session, which will conclude on May 9th, marks a critical juncture for the United Nations Human Rights Council as it evaluates the human rights records of 14 member states. At the heart of the process lies the Universal Periodic Review, a mechanism designed to foster accountability and progress in human rights across all UN member states. The platform not only allows nations under review to present their achievements, but also offers an opportunity for constructive dialogue through recommendations from fellow member states. The ongoing fourth cycle of reviews commenced in November 2022 and is expected to reach completion by 2027, underscoring the enduring commitment of the UPR Working Group, which convenes 3 times each year. Among the 14 states under examination during the session are Armenia, Grenada, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Guyana, Kenya, Kiribati, Kuwait, Kyrgyzstan, Lao People's Democratic Republic, Lesotho, Spain, Sweden, and Turkey. The Maldives delegation arrives with a clear mandate aligned with its national priorities, prepared to contribute meaningful recommendations for the advancement of human rights. Integral to the review process are the Troikas, group of 3 member states that assume the role of reporters for individual country reviews. Reflecting its standing within the Human Rights Council, the Maldives has been appointed to the Troikas for Kyrgyzstan, a position indicative of its active involvement in global human rights discourse. Leading this delegation is Dr. Salma Rashid, the nation's permanent representative to the United Nations office at Geneva. She is joined by Councillor Adam Hamid, Councillor Aminat Shifaya Ibrahim, Second Secretary Aishat Rayahin, and Attaché Raid Saeed. In an address marking International Workers' Day, President Dr. Mohammad Muiz praises the unwavering dedication and resilience of workers, attributing the Maldives' progress and prosperity to their efforts across diverse sectors. Observed globally on the 1st of May, International Workers' Day, also known as Labor Day or May Day, celebrates the labor movement and honors the working classes. The occasion serves as a reminder of the indispensable role workers play in shaping societies. Acknowledging this significance, President Muiz extended greetings to all Maldivians and expatriates whose work, regardless of scale, contributes to the nation's welfare. He also recognized the families of these workers, highlighting their vital role in supporting the workforce. The President reaffirmed the government's commitment to economic expansion and job creation, outlining efforts to enhance employee wages. He expressed optimism about initiatives to register service providers across various sectors and facilitate their access to housing schemes and bank loans, describing these measures as pivotal to national progress. Building on this vision, the President underscored the importance of fostering a robust work ethic and integrating skill development into the educational curriculum. He called for a concerted effort to increase the number of skilled professionals while stressing the need for sustained measures to regulate expatriate workers and enforce labor laws effectively. Reflecting on Islamic teachings, President Muiz drew upon the Sunnah and the guidance of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, affirming that earning a halal livelihood constitutes an act of worship. He urged every Muslim to strive towards productive work within their capacity, framing labor as both a moral and spiritual endeavor. The industriousness of Maldivians, a quality celebrated by historians chronicling the nation's history, was another focal point of the President's address. He noted that the enduring heritage left by ancestors stands as a testament to their craftsmanship and relentless efforts in nation building. Turning to the future, President Muiz issued an appeal to parents, urging them to instill diligence and a strong work ethic in their children. He called for a unified national effort to ensure that every Maldivian has access to employment, asserting that the nation's aspirations depend on this collective commitment. While recognizing the global observance of Workers' Day, the president highlighted that every day is, in essence, a celebration of workers. He credited the nation's daily advancements to their contributions and pledged the government's unwavering dedication to addressing their needs, enhancing their opportunities, and improving their livelihoods. Concluding his address, President Muiz paid tribute to the workforce, describing them as the driving force behind the Maldives' current achievements and future aspirations. He affirmed that the nation's strength and vitality lie in its diligent service providers, whose efforts will propel the Maldives to greater heights. The website for the National Juvenile Justice Conference 2025 has been launched. The conference on the strengthening of the juvenile justice system will be held from the 10th to the 12th of May, the first such conference involving all key stakeholders. The media partner of the conference is Public Service Media, or PSM. While a dedicated website for the conference has been launched, the website will provide comprehensive information related to the conference, including discussion topics, keynote speakers, and panel discussions. According to the Prosecutor General's office, the main objective of the conference is to seek solutions to the issues within the system through evidence-based approaches. The conference also aims to identify ways to reduce the barriers to collaboration between the different agencies involved in the field and to bring about reforms. 8 research papers will be presented at the conference, including papers submitted by government agencies, colleges, and universities. 2 keynote speakers will also participate in the event. The conference will be attended by 16 agencies as technical participants, including the Prosecutor's Office, United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, Maldives Police Service, Ministry of Social Family and Development, colleges, and various agencies. 11 agencies are participating as observers. The conference will feature discussions, information exchange, and panel discussions. That's all the weekly news we have for today. We will be back with any further updates next week. Until then, I'm Abdullah Ahil from PSM News.
خبر معلومات كنستي الموجة عن نهار PSM News.